Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be pulling our sweet potatoes. That's something we look forward to all year long, and you guys always seem to enjoy too. So hang on to after the break. We'll get out there, play around in the dirt, see if we can't find us some. Alright guys, we're going to get out here and we're going to check out these sweet potatoes here in just a minute. But we got a little piece of business we need to take care of. Happens a few times a year, but guys, we got a bunch of brand new subscribers here at the channel. A lot of you guys are coming around seeing some of your first videos here from different channels, like Dave Pearson over at Fun in the Woods, and some other friends of ours that have sent new subscribers over. We really appreciate that, and we really appreciate your support. Inevitably, the first question that's going to come up is, why am I in sunglasses? So we're going to play this again, and we'll just explain it one more time. It doesn't hurt, and it's a reasonable question to ask. Guys, I am photophobic. That means I have a sensitivity in my eyes to light. I am not heliophobic, which is a fear of light. I'm just photophobic. I've had a couple of health concerns in the past. We won't get into that, but I take several medications, and they affect how my eyes interpret light and bring in light, and it actually makes them quite sore. So now we could take off the sunglasses, that's fine. We'll take them off briefly here. But I'm going to tell you the reason I chose to tell you about this today is because my brand new glasses came in from the VA. I'm a disabled veteran, and they sent us glasses. But these are my indoor glasses. They have a built-in, what do you call it for reading up close? Reading glasses. But anyway, they've got the built-in reading glasses in them, so these are my indoor glasses. So whether I wear the sunglasses out here or I just wear my regular glasses, guys, either way, I apologize. It's not going to be very often that you see my eyes, especially when I'm outdoors. They're really sensitive to UV light, and that's just the way it goes. But if you can tolerate that, we try to put together a pretty good channel for us. We try to be responsive to our viewers, and we really appreciate you guys taking the time to come with us. But enough about that, guys. We have got a great sweet potato harvest. We're going to get out there, we're going to play around in the dirt, see if we can't find us some sweet potatoes. Miss T's been looking forward to this all year. She's been watering and tending these sweet potatoes just so she can play in this big sandbox of hers. So guys, we're going to get out here, we're going to pull out some of these sweet potatoes, and we'll take a look. Hopefully we did better than last year. And we had a kind of slim harvest. We overplanted the planter and put a little too much nitrogen in there. The combination of those two crowding them and too much nitrogen just made a bunch of nice pretty vines and some scrawny potatoes. So we were glad to have what we got. We got over 100 pounds, but that's not enough to last us all year. So we're hoping to do a little bit better this year. And you saw in our planting video we addressed both of those issues. So guys, let's get out here, let's dig around the dirt, see if we can't find us some sweet potatoes. Alright guys, we're getting ready to get started on these sweet potatoes. As you can tell, the leaves have started to change. Tina's done a little bit of test digging, and the first thing that we need to do is we're going to go ahead and clean up our work area. We're going to remove all the vines. We're going to put them over there in our second planter, and that'll just add organic matter to it. Then we get the ground cleared up so we can see what we're doing and be able to walk clear around here. And then we're going to get to harvesting these sweet potatoes. Are you ready to do this, T?
Yeah.
I know how excited she is excited to get in there and play in this big sandbox. So we'll get these vines off here, and then we'll bring you back and show you what we're doing next. Alrighty guys, through the magic of the internet, we have managed to move all of the vines from here to there. It almost looks like they're growing over there now, but we got to get a lot of organic material into that thing to get it filled, or we just end up buying dirt. So a lot of people have a lot of good uses for the vines. They're edible, we know that. We could have fed them to the chickens, they would have enjoyed them too. But we also need organic matter in that planter. So that planter is just like this one. We'll get it painted up, and you'll hardly be able to tell the difference between the two then. But we got the main vines cut off of here. We're not seeing too much right off the bat, but Tina is over here finishing up, cleaning up, so we got room to work. Wave everybody, T. She can't hear me, but all right, guys, we'll shut this down. We'll bring you back when we can show you a little bit more. All right, guys, we'll jump back in here for just a minute. Tina has run back up to the house, but she's not going to tolerate me digging on these things. But she waits all year to harvest these. This becomes a giant sandbox to her. You're going to see her sitting in there playing in them just like she does every year, if you guys have followed the things. But she will harvest these pretty much all on her own. I'll move dirt and stuff out of the way for her so she can keep rolling. But while she's up at the house, well, she won't let me dig. I did do a little test sweeping at the base of each plant, or just a few of these plants, I'm sorry. But I did a test sweeping, and you can see that there are nice, good sweet potatoes just right below the surface. All I had to do was sweep the dirt away from the base of the plant. And here's one I didn't do. I'm not sure if you can tell, but if you can see the way that ground is raised and cracked, that's just a great sign of what's underneath there. So we'll get Tina back out here. We'll probably start out with her clearing a space where she can get in there and sit, and then she will just rip her way through this bed, and we'll just do our best to follow along with her. But so far it's looking like it's going to be a good year. All right, guys, I got to tell you, we broke the first one coming out of the ground, but Tina wants to show you the second one. That is ridiculous. Right? Wow. We're gonna go on and keep digging, and we get a place for her to sit down in here where we can just sit and film. Then we'll bring you back. But we're gonna clear out. We're just moving our way through these. We'll show you a little bit here. Just trying to make a hole where she can sit. So far we haven't had any luck pulling them up by the plant, so.
No, I think they're too big.
We have to just, we're just going to end up digging them by hand. Some smaller ones. Let's see what she's got coming up here. That's a pretty nice one. A couple of nice ones. Good one. Another really good one. Those are all off one plant. That's pretty good. Oh wow, another good one.
Oh, there's more. Oh,
little broke one. All right, guys. Let us get ahead of the game so that Tina can get up in here. We'll make us a hole. But as you can see, there's some. I'll show them what you got here, T. There's some real nice ones coming up out. We're real happy with that. A lot better than we did last year. So I think we overcrowded them and over nitrogened them. And we got a bunch of smaller potatoes last year. We still had plenty to make it through the year, but wasn't what we were hoping for. So let us get a spot cleared out of here. We'll get Tina up in the bed. We'll bring you guys back and show you a little bit more. All right, guys. Tina's still after them. We're chasing around. What we're doing, if you remember when we planted these, they're planted in rings going in towards the center. And what Tina's doing is she's going through the two outside rings. You can see the one she's digging on there where you can see the sweet potato. That's the second ring in. And that plant there she hasn't got to yet. That's the first ring around the outside. So we're just doing these two outside rings on the way around. She has only come part way around, maybe 5 or 6 feet. And let's see. There's the haul so far. Some of these are
huge.
Yeah. That one there is twice the length of my hand. Easy the length of my hand. So good sweet potatoes in there. We're happy with it so far, but a lot better than we did last year. But she is still,
and there's a few for the chickens.
She is still coming up out of the ground with some. The ones she's talking about for the chickens are the little root potatoes. She's dropping them right around the outside so we don't step on them, and then we'll go and feed those to the chickens when we're done. So we haven't had too many. We found most of the slips we started. We've lost maybe a couple, but Mother Nature's going to take her share. So we'll just keep working on these, and we'll bring you back when we get a little bit further along. But say hi everybody, T, in your giant sandbox.
Hey, I'm dirty.
You're dirty? That means you're happy.
Yeah.
So we'll let her keep digging here. We'll see what she finds here. We'll follow her along for one more. We'll see what she finds down in this hole.
The giantness?
That's just one sweet potato. Alright.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one.
It's like perfect. Oh, they're all perfect. But...
Yeah, we'll see what else comes up out of here. Got some hand-sized ones.
Yeah.
Had some little friends. Alright guys, we're getting plenty of sweet potatoes. We're just going to keep plodding along. We're going to end up filling this cart up, which is going to be a good thing. We'll be glad to have those. But we'll keep working around here, and we'll bring you back when we get a little further along. Alright guys, we'll jump back in here. We've now hit she's coming about halfway across. See if we can back out and get you some perspective. She's coming about halfway around. Coming around that outside side. And there is our harvest so far. So the cart is filling up steadily. She just pulled Mr. Potato Head there out of the ground. But the cart's looking good. We got plenty more to go. So we're just going to keep right on rolling. We'll keep bringing you back for updates, but there we are so far. Alright guys, we'll bring you back in here again. Tina's after another one of these Mr. Potato Head ones. You look at it. Another great big one. A lot of times we'll just bust those up for canning, but we're glad to have them. They're really good. We like the Beauregards. They don't get stringy and stuff as they get big, so we don't have to worry too much about that. But getting a nice cart full. We're still headed around. Still got a full third of the way to go around it. But what have you found? You found another one?
Yeah.
This one's growing right up against the wall of the thing. Oh, jeez. All right, let's back away from it and see how big that is. All right, guys. This is the ridiculous stuff we pull out of the sweet potato planter.
It's so cool.
But
it's like Christmas.
It's like Christmas?
Yeah.
Yeah, Tina likes getting in there. It's just like a mad witch hunt to her. Yeah. All right, guys. We're gonna. Oh no. Well, we're gonna. I guess we're gonna hang around for more giant potatoes. Let's see what she's got a hold of this time. All right. Another nice one.
Yeah.
You got some normal-sized brothers.
Yeah. Well, those go with ham steaks.
Those go with the ham steaks?
Yeah.
All right, guys. We're back out of here. We're going to keep just pulling up potatoes, but we'll bring you back if we find anything else interesting. All right, guys. We've come all the way around. We're starting to work our way into the center of the bed. I'm going to back out here and give you some perspective, but starting to work through these ones here in the center. We're about done with the harvest, so there's still plenty more to pull out of there. Take a look. The cart is getting about full. It's awful heavy. I just got done toting it around to the other side. But it's getting heavier and heavier by the minute. So, Tina will keep loading them up. We'll finish getting these out of here. Then we'll bring you back and show you what that cart looks like when we're all done here. But we're getting about here to the end, so we'll just cut back in when we can show you what we ended up with. Alright guys, last plant called last plant. We'll see what it's got for us. A few little chicken feeders.
Thunder in the background.
We got thunder in the background. We're going to get chased out of here, but luckily we are done. So we'll get these last ones out of the ground here. We'll call this a complete job. That it? Alright guys, we're going to get this little pile loaded up here in the cart. The cart is full. It is going to be a nightmare to drag up out of here.
Oh, I'm going to go get the tractor.
Where Tina says we're going to pull it with the tractor. So, but alright guys, that's going to be it. We're going to take these up to the porch. We're going to load them into some totes. We'll get them upstairs in the house, and we take them upstairs where the heat from the house rises up there. We'll shut the air conditioner off. That'll create a perfect 90+ degree environment. We'll set some buckets of water up there, make it nice and humid and hot. We'll let these cure for about 2 weeks, and the skins will toughen up on them, and any wounds on there, they'll weep a little sap, and that'll dry on there and heal the wounds up. But we'll let these skins thicken up, and we'll let the wounds heal, let the potatoes cure, let the starches convert into sugars. That'll give them that signature sweet potato taste. But for right now, the job is we'll get them up to the front of the house, and then there's a good hike from here. So we'll get them up there, and then we'll come back and talk to you again.
Okay, I got all these sweet potatoes up here on the porch, and yeah, they look really good. But I decided to pull out the big ones over here. Those are all of the biggest ones, and I want to see how big they were. And that one is longer than that 12-inch ruler. But then move it around, give a little idea of just how big they are proportion-wise. We just set it right in the center. Yeah, giant potatoes. It's awesome.
Alright guys, that's going to be about it for that bed there. But like I said, this is going to be a 2-part video. So we got a little something extra on the side here. I'm going to tell you about that here in just a second. I got a couple of little clips I want to show you. But let's just go ahead. We'll take a look at those real quick, and then I'll come back and talk to you in just a second. Alright guys, the harvest for this bed is over. We've got all the sweet potatoes out, and we're glad to have them. We dug them out there at the Hori Hori, but that's a little digging tool. If you guys have never seen one of those, I'll try to put a link to them somewhere. But that's a Hori Hori. It's a great little tool if you've not seen one. It's got a serrated edge and some measuring plant depths. They're really sharp on the other side, and they're a hardened steel. This one's made by Bare Bones, but it's a hardened steel. It takes a nice edge and holds onto it pretty good. So, but anyway, guys, we got the sweet potatoes out of this bed. But if you recall from last year, we had a little trouble with our sweet potato harvest. Didn't come in quite as heavy as we wanted. And if you remember earlier in the year when we set this bed up, and then maybe in some of the garden tours, we hedged our bets by planting some sweet potatoes right, let's see if I can zoom, right over there. There are 2 3-foot by 5-foot beds of sweet potatoes over there, and that is going to be part 2 of our video. Alrighty guys, just wanted to give you a little bit of a closer look at these 2 sweet potato beds. But these are what we'll be harvesting. They are 3-foot by 5-foot. So each one of them is about, what, 15 square feet. The big circle over there is 8 foot in diameter. That's about 50 square feet. But those 2 together will be about 30 square feet. So we're going to be hopeful. Now these may suffer from the same problem that we had with the big planter last year, and that they're planted a little tight. And sometimes when you plant them a little tight, they don't form up the sweet potatoes quite like they should. So guys, we're all going to find out together tomorrow. The video will probably be up day after tomorrow, but we're going to dig these beds up. We'll see what we can find in them. Alright guys, you caught us. We were hedging our bets. We had planted those 2 little extra raised beds just in case things didn't work out in the other one. And guys, we weren't really trying to be sneaky when we got done planting the big round one. We just had extra slips, and they were, if you remember our sweet potato planting video, guys, those were some fantastic looking slips we got from a local nursery, and we just didn't really want them to go to waste. So we dedicated a couple of boxes to them. We thought of it as hedging our bets just in case the other ones didn't do well. But guys, we may get out there and get a good crop out of both of those planters, which would be a true blessing. We'll be able to not only have enough for ourselves, but we'll have enough for some friends and family too. So guys, that is never a bad thing. We do the same thing with our sweet corn and stuff. But guys, if you can, you ever get a chance to raise a little extra, it's easier to give it away than to go hungry. So we appreciate you guys coming by the channel. If you like these kind of videos and stuff, please hit your thumbs up button and leave us a comment down below. Tell us what you thought of the harvest, or let us know if you're growing sweet potatoes or anything else came in good for you this year. tell us about it down there in the comments. We love reading your comments. We try to respond to all of them. Got an excellent little community that goes on in the comment section down there, and some of the people are getting to know each other pretty well. We invite you to chime in. We run a real clean comment section. I read all the comments, so we don't let the trolls and the little elves play in the comments. So you feel free to just share your stuff down there in a safe environment. And guys, if you're not a subscriber here on the channel, we hope that you'll subscribe. Down next to the subscribe button is a bell. If you'll hit that bell, that'll send you a notification whenever we release a new video. Guys, that's a great way to keep up with the channel. But for right now, we really appreciate you guys coming by the channel. We appreciate the support, and we got a part 2 of this coming up. We hope you'll jump in here with us, and we'll find out what's in those other beds. We're looking forward to digging them up too. But for right now, guys, we hope you have a wonderful weekend. We'll catch you in the next one.